Hello. I have no clue if I'm live or not. So I'm going to drink my today's chakra tea is the throat chakra. Throat chakra tea. It's blue. Blue is the colors universe for truth. If you get anything from me today, it's going to be this. So if you're awakened and you're seeing the color blue, because one of the things that happened to me when I woke up initially was I started seeing colors and shapes, geometric shapes. They were blue. And blue is the color for truth. Because the universe communicates with us, one of the ways is through colors and light. So here's for the truth. Hello, everyone. You are live. And hello, Michael. Brandon loves the movies. Hey. I wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if this person is here or not. His name is Kevin. And he goes by, his online name on here is KFH. If you're not here, if you watch this afterwards, you are an amazing soul. And I want to give you a shout out, and I'm probably going to give you shout outs for a while. It doesn't matter if you end up not attending or not subscribing. But this is a very lovely man who has been extremely supportive of my campaign. Oh, yes, my campaign. My Give Send Go campaign is pinned at the top. And I've also put it in the description box, guys. Yeah, I'm being sued. I have a legal, I'm raising funds for a lawyer. And hopefully, so I can try to battle this case in court. So please do feel free to share. You can share the Give Send Go campaign itself. You can share my videos. You can consider donating, but please do consider sharing. And I do appreciate you and thank you for constantly showing up to my live streams and your support and your energy and your time. But Kevin has been absolutely incredible. This man has been very supportive, and on top of that, he's subscribed to my platforms. Like, he's in my Patreon and he's very interactive, and I just want to give out a deep, deep, deep gratitude today to people who can, who can, who can see, who can see, and yeah. Because it's funny, one of the things I've gotten used to since I've been doing YouTube and all of that is to get judged and crapped on online and attacked and get called names and labels and all of that. So in order to connect with a human being this way and to have their support means a lot. It means a lot to people like me, considering all my life I've been accused of things that I'm not, even by my own family. So it's nice when people can see you. It's really nice. So yeah, that's what I wanted to open this with chakra tea, so I can speak my truth. So yeah, what do you guys think about Trump not being on? Well, his account, it's been interesting, I find, because oh, Ricky, thank you, Ricky, thank you, honey. But what do you guys think about? I don't know how I feel about it, and I know we can chit chat about it all we want and give all the opinions that we want. It won't change anything, Trump. But I kind of miss him on Twitter. Like, I kind of wish he was there. He kept the space really alive. For me. For me. I log into Twitter about 5 minutes a day. I try not to exceed that. Every now and then, I mean, Elon is made it quite lively. I have to. Thank you, honey. Thank you. It's the spiritual awakening. It really has. It's changed a lot for me, the spiritual awakening. And it's funny because I follow Eckhart Tolle. And when I first saw Eckhart Tolle is in his 70s. I don't even know if he's like late 70s or early 70s, but he's in his 70s. First thing I noticed about Eckhart Tolle when I watched him was how young he looked. How young he looked. Even though he has a few wrinkles here and there, um, he looks like a 5 year old, Eckhart Tolle. Yeah. But yeah, no, Trump, I know he's upset. I wish he wouldn't be upset, and I know he doesn't want to be owned. Like he's his own. He's created. The man creates his own empire, be it in reality, be it in online. So he created Truth Social, which I would love to get on, and I don't know how. I would love to get on Truth Social just to watch Trump again and hear him and see him. But for those of us, here's my issue with it. I guess is I love him. I love Trump. I see him as a father figure more than anything. But he gave my part of the world peace. I don't care what the left thinks about Trump. I know they hate him more than I don't even know what the left hates. Right now, it seems to be Elon Musk. Seems to be Elon Musk. He's really filled the shoes of Trump and then some for the left. The left is leaving Twitter now because of Elon Musk and misinformation. I'm like, you bunch of crybabies, get over it, you know? Go live in your own echo chambers. It's like they have to be in control of everything. But I guess my issue with it is I don't have access to Trump right now. I don't have access to his Truth Social. I live in Canada. I don't know why I can't get on the platform, but I can't. And he's denying me to hear him. And see, like I see screenshots of things that he says and whatnot. But I would like to have him. I would like to. One of the ways I awakened, actually, one of the main ways I began to see Trump for who he is, not for what other people were saying about him, was because I followed him on Twitter and on social media, and that helped me. Surely there are other people like me out there, who wouldn't mind. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Who wouldn't mind following him or having him back? And he's got 80 plus million followers. He's regained all his followers plus some. So I was hoping he would let the ego, I don't know if it's an ego thing. I really don't know, or if it's a business thing, or if it's I really don't know what it is. I'm sure he has his own reasons and he doesn't need to explain them to anyone regarding why he's not going to come back on Twitter. But I would like to have him back. I know that much. I just would like to have him back. It would be double the whammy. Imagine the more people would leave from the radical left. I'm not sure where they're going, but yeah, yeah. So, what do you guys think about him not being on Twitter? Who here is on Truth Social? Anyone here on it? I know some of the people here are from the States. How many people are here anyway? 12 people. Some people here are from the States. Are you on Truth Social? I don't really know how to get on it. Like, it seemed like there was a wait list, and then that wait list is no more. And now it's like silence. I'm like, okay, when can I get on this thing? You know? Yeah. So, if you're on Truth Social, say hi to Trump for me. Tell him there's this woman in the Canada whose ass is getting sued because she was a political activist. She loves you very much. And she wants you back on Twitter. Maybe he'll change his mind. Maybe he'll change his mind. But yeah, that was today's topic. Wanted to hear what everyone here had to say about that. You're not on Truth Social? Yeah. Trump is an outspoken and sincere man, not a politically correct one. Well, I'm not politically. Well, I don't know. When I was doing my One Godless Woman, this channel, like I used to do some live streams under the instruction of the manager, and he would tell me you can't say this, you can't say that, and I could never. I would do so poorly on the live streams, and people would start calling me names and accusing me of things, and it's all because I would listen to someone else who was guiding me with political correctness, because I have no clue about political correctness. One of my biggest issues here in Canada, since the minute I stepped foot in Canada, is I'm not politically correct. And I'm in a part of Canada where political correctness is a religion. It's a religion. It's you step on your you step on your own reality. You step on your authentic self. You crush who you are in order to please others. And considering the type of person I am, where I escaped an entire country because the ideology didn't want me to be who I am, I can't be politically correct. I find that really difficult and oppressive in many ways, and in many ways it is. It's exactly that. Political correctness, I don't really know what good it can result in the end. Considering the level of political correctness that Canada has reached right now, which I think I've said before in another live stream, we have reached a level of political correctness no different than the Soviet Union, where you suppress who you are in society. You oppress, you suppress your voice. You've completely, your truth is gone. It's the mainstream, and you follow the mainstream at all cost, even if that cost involves your own mental health, your own sanity, your own truth, your freedom, everything, everything, just to go with the flow and be accepted by mainstream society. And in the end, does mainstream society give two craps about you? Look at the people who kill themselves for their jobs. They go to their jobs, and they hold on to their jobs, and the minute they get sick or something happens, they get fired, or their job lets them go, they get replaced. I'm like, so you killed yourself for this stupid job, and they don't give two craps about you. You're just replaceable. So yeah, I had a Twitter account, closed it within a week, never regretted it. I know. I can't blame you. The only thing for me is I have a fundraiser going on. I don't go on Twitter a lot. It's still too much ignorance. There's still too much collectivizing. There's still too much lies. Lies. Oh dear Lord. Lies. And the lies come out of, authority accounts. It's incredible to me how the figures that are in authority in the West have absolutely no problem lying. And just zero. But what I am enjoying on Twitter right now is how Elon is exposing the lies. And we all know that the left love the facade. They love the reality that has been painted that they've come to believe in. And when somebody comes and destroys that reality, the left can't take it. The left can't handle it. So it's very interesting to see the left leave Twitter, because they would rather hold on to a bunch of lies. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. So that was today's discussion, I see, that I wanted to get into with you guys. Where are you originally from? Maho. Oh, okay. Yeah. I live in Arizona, and I'm on Truth Social, but I can't get it directly. President Trump's Truth Social is not on Apple or Google App Stores, but this is it. But yeah, it's a fascinating time period that we live in, where big tech has created its own. Big tech has become its own authority. You know. The other thing, it's funny talking about big tech. The other thing is big pharma. Big pharma is another one. Big tech, big pharma, and big government right now. They are very, very interesting trilogy to watch interact, and how they have given themselves the right to do things and take over like professions, complete professions, and destroy them. I'm still quite jaded over how. Now, I saw it, I began to see this even when I was in Saudi Arabia, how Big Pharma infiltrated the field of medicine. They began funding research, and they would come into the operating room literally bribing. Like, I was a student, I remember, and I would watch the pharmaceutical representative who's getting paid gazillion, like sometimes even more than doctors are getting paid to sell them and bribe them, and the doctors will oblige because there's special interests happening underneath the table. What happened to me when I was this started in Saudi Arabia. I was an anesthesia resident, and a new drug had come out, and it was pushed. It was a muscle relaxer called atracurium. Was it atracurium? I believe it was either atracurium or cisatracurium, one of those. It came out, and there was this humongous push by Big Pharma to use it, and the research was weird that was presented to us. I remember one of the anesthetists actually like getting angry during one of the presentations by the pharmaceutical representative about this muscle relaxant, and going on and on about how the research was shit. And nobody, like, we ended up, the hospital ended up buying dozens of bottles of this atracurium, and it ended up killing a whole bunch of people. People started having anaphylactic reactions on the table and dying. And we were not prepared because this was never explained to us. Nobody said anything. So people just dropped dead on the table within the start of the surgery. And of course, who do you blame? The anesthetist. And that's where, the fear of anesthesia, or, oh, he died from anesthesia. No, he died from a shitty drug that was pushed by Big Pharma. And eventually, atracurium was pulled worldwide off the shelves. So that's how I began to see the infiltration into medicine, and that's when I started to think, I don't like this. I don't really like this. Ginger, hi. Hey, how are you? So I don't know how I got into atracurium and cisatracurium and big pharma. Oh yes, we were talking about big tech, big pharma, and the big government. Yeah, yeah. I feel like we have a little hangout that we do here where people, hey, how are you? Come over here and meet up. Yes, please, guys, share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say these things, but share my videos. Please, I beg of you. Share my videos, share my fundraiser, help me raise awareness. I'm trying to hit a target, I'm trying to hit a goal. And yeah. So, and I'm grateful to all of you for constantly being here and keeping me company. So, what else? What else? What? I follow Iman in Arabic. Oh, Doctor in Arabic videos also. Yeah. What else? Did I miss anything here? But anyway, so came to talk about Trump and how I would like to have him back on Twitter. And we got into a little bit about medicine and big tech and big pharma and the takeover that's happening. And I finished my chakra tea, and now I'm reading the chat. Would you ever tour the United States here and speak to any sort of lecture tour? I always wondered about that. I would tour. I have no problems touring. The problem is the funding. You have to understand. Hello, Brielle, my dear. How are you, beautiful? I tried learning Arabic, but I switched to Farsi because it's way easier. I don't like Arabic. The Saudi dialect I actually refuse to speak now. When I was in Saudi Arabia, I was kind of forced to speak it. Like my mother is Egyptian, and I prefer the Egyptian dialect to the Saudi dialect. Who looks 26? Brian. Brian Riley. Who looks 26? But I actually find the Arabic language shit. Oh, Iman's a racist. Iman's a racist. She thinks the Arabic language is shit. I don't like the language. I never did. And where I was born in England, my nanny was British, and my first language was English. So I came to when my father moved us to Saudi Arabia. I would speak English, and my father would yell at me, angry, and I'm like, "Why are you angry? Talk Arabic, don't talk English." So yeah, yeah, happy looking. What? Pharisee I like. Pharisee I like, though I don't understand it. I don't understand Pharisee, and Saudi Arabia always had. It's funny. Saudi Arabia and Iran always had this sort of rivalry. They hate each other, and I never really understood why, because they both treated like they were both dictatorships where radical, just different forms of radical Islam was practiced. In Saudi Arabia, it was Sunni. In uh, in in Iran, it was Shia. But it treated women equally as garbage, very oppressive. I believe women in Iran were driving way before women in Saudi Arabia were allowed to drive. Yeah. But no, if I am to be given a choice, like even now, if I go out in public and people start speaking Arabic around me, I leave. I don't identify myself as someone who speaks Arabic. I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It's nothing that I need to prove to anyone that I speak Arabic. You know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Muslims are forced to read the Quran in Arabic without knowing what the words. Not only that, like I went to a madrasa. I don't know if you guys know. I in Saudi Arabia, I actually went to a madrasa where they indoctrinate you with like 80% of my courses were religion based, and the religion, like we would from a very young age, we were instructed to not ask any questions about Islam, because asking why or what opens the door to the devil. يفتح to the devil. يفتح الباب للشيطان. It's like if لو سألت لو, if you ask لو, or if you know why or how or stuff like that, they scare you from questioning by telling you that it opens the door to the devil and the gates of hell. So that way you shut down your critical thought. You shut down your critical thought. Now, for me, critical thought was really sort of hammered in when I went to medical school, and I guess that's sort of a blessing for someone like me. You can't go into med school without like critical thought. Yeah, yeah. Tura observing Christian now. Maho, I'm ex-Sunni since 16. Okay. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Thank you for joining my live stream, Maho. I appreciate you, just like I appreciate everyone in here. So what else did you guys, any opinions that I missed about the topic? Considering the topic is Trump not wanting to come back on Twitter. Did I miss anything? Yeah. Okay. So the chat is quiet. So if anyone came in recently, please like, share, subscribe, share my fundraiser. I have a fundraiser going on. I'm trying to raise money for legal fees. But yes, we were also preached that when you question, Shaitan gives. Listen, they scared the bejesus out of us with all this nonsense. I swear. It was so funny. I was so paranoid as a little girl, so scared of everything. How do you keep your hair under control? It always looks. I don't wash it every day, Brielle. I wash my hair. How frequent do you wash your hair, Brielle? I wash it once every 3 days. Because if I wash it every day, it gets dry and frizzy and it loses its luster. Like I actually do allow some time for my hair to get oily, and that usually happens at around day 3, and that's when I wash it. But your views on the recent attack on Salman Rushdie? I don't like any attack on anybody, especially somebody who criticizes Islam. That's my views. But Brielle, I use not that listen. I'm not here to advertise, but the only product that works for my hair is Moroccan oil curl cream. Moroccan oil curl cream. That's the only product. No other product touches my hair. Nothing. But yeah, I need about 8 pumps of that, Brielle. So I would imagine you would need about maybe 8 or 9 pumps, depending on how long and how thick your hair is. But try it. If you're not trying Moroccan oil, the curl cream, invest in it. It's a little bit expensive, but you will, like, if my hair doesn't frizz, my hair, the curls are great. And then I use a diffuser when I blow dry my hair, Brielle. And I blow dry my hair upside down. Like I flip my hair down and I use the diffuser. That's it. That's all I do to my hair. I'll have to get some and then take pictures and put them on Instagram so I can go see. You have such pretty hair, Brielle. No, not argan oil. I used argan oil, but I found Moroccan oil, and I really don't like the way Moroccan oil has this price gouge and their products, and I don't know. They do this thing where they make it look like, they're such a special company. I don't like that, and I'm not here to market that, but it's what works for my hair. When I can't afford Moroccan oil, I just use any mousse, anything. But I think the secret is not to wash your hair every day. It really is. You can't wash your hair every day. You just can't. It destroys the hair, but it also destroys your sanity. So yeah. I don't know what happened to Salman Rushdie. I know he said something about Islam and he was attacked. I don't really go and nitpick and unfollow too much with the situation, because it's awful. All of it is awful, right? The last thing that I heard about was what's that guy, the teacher in France who got beheaded on the way back. It's just, I wish the West would see. I wish they would open their eyes and see the reality of this religion, that they have just destroyed their nations by allowing it to come in and take over, literally. I don't know if you guys are aware, but yeah. Anyway, I'm probably not going to talk about my lawsuit, but it has to do with all of that as well. So I would appreciate the support in the form of sharing. And if anybody wants to donate, I am very, very grateful to you. So yeah. Ay, ay, ay. What else? You use Moroccan. I love men who look after their beards. I really, really do. Now, I know men who buy, like, there's a conditioner, there's a hair conditioner, the brand I believe is 911 or 911. That's up there. To me, for me, that's even better than Moroccan oil. I don't really like Moroccan oil shampoo and conditioner. It doesn't work for me. 911? Oh dear lord. If you like Moroccan oil, go try that stuff. It's not cheap. It is not cheap. And it is truly a rescue for the hair. Like if you're struggling with your hair, go get the 911 mask. Hair mask. Stupid expensive, but it's gonna last you forever. You just need a little bit. Put it in your hair, put it in your beard if your beard is wiry, and the smell is absolutely amazing. Women will plaster their faces on you and slobber all over you and your beard. Guaranteed. Yeah. And if that does not happen, you can come back here and say Emmanuelite. But yes, 911 guys. 911. 911 and girls. 911. Oh, jeez. Just hit the mic. So I don't know how we ended up talking about shampoo and conditioner and Moroccan oil. But since the live stream is about Trump, uh, was there a hair brand called 911? Not 9117? No, 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 just 911. 911. Look it up. Look it up now. It's like a tub. The conditioner is like a tub, and then 911 is inside an orange sort of logo. You can find it even on Amazon if you use Amazon Prime. Yeah. So, yeah. There, we got a whole lot of discussion about curly hair, how to manage your beard, and how to manage your hair, and how to wash your hair. That should be, maybe should we talk about makeup? Should we talk about makeup and lashes? How long have we been on here? You guys are silly. 3311. Wow. I just looked at the time and it was 33 minutes and 11 seconds. What is that? I have been seeing so many synchronicities. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Today I looked at the clock and it was 12:12 p.m. And then I looked at the date and it was December 12th. And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. What message am I getting right now? Yeah. But today is 12:12. I don't know if you guys believe in any of that stuff. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything if you believe in it or not. Let's talk about your beautiful eyes. Stop. You guys are a bunch of flirts. I'm here trying to raise money for a fundraiser. Go. Go. Stop flirting. Stop flirting. Yeah. But no, I do appreciate everybody that attends these live streams and everybody that watches them afterwards. And I'm going to keep doing them because it's fun. Do you guys follow my other channel, The Arabian Oracle? Go subscribe. People subscribe and then they unsubscribe. Why? Why? Go watch the videos. They're going to help you. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Suze, someday can we have a very serious talk about MAID? Please help me understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't think the government understands it. But it's there. It's there. And, like everything else, there's a lot of controversy around it. There's people who are 100% pro, and there's people that are 100% against. I'm not a fan of it unless you are truly, truly suffering. And by suffering, I mean you are in intractable pain. And like there are people who when I went to med school, there was a type of headache. It was this headache is a curse if anybody knows it or knows anyone who has it. But people have killed themselves from this headache. They kill themselves. They would rather kill themselves than go through the pain of that headache. It's a cluster headache, cluster type headache, um, and it doesn't respond to pain meds. So if it's something that's intractable, or if you're in significant cancer pain, like let's say brain cancer that has invaded every aspect of your body, and you've become a drug addict and with no quality of life, and you truly wish your life to end, I'm okay. I don't mind that stuff. You have to understand, I am a physician. I have switched off the life support machine on humans, aged anywhere from being an infant to an old human being. I have done those, but it's usually very difficult decisions, and we are not the ones who make them. It is the person or the person's family. But this maid thing where you want a wheelchair, like the story that we just saw in the news, a woman, a para Olympian woman, wants a wheelchair, so they talk to her about maid. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. That really is very dehumanizing, and it shows to me that the state has become without a soul. The state no longer has a moral compass, and that's what happens essentially when you prioritize money, and money becomes your god. You start devaluing human life in order to save a few bucks here and there. There's an actual article that was written to push MAID on people, saying that MAID, proposes to save millions in dollars in healthcare. I'm like, well, if money is your god, go for it. If you believe money is the ultimate thing in this world, just a reminder: when you die, you don't take money with you. Nothing in this material realm comes with you when you die. So yeah, that's how I feel about MAID. Yeah. Shampoo talk. You still need to wash your scalp, honey, even if you're bald. Still gotta wash that scalp. Oh my god, I saw something on Amazon. It was like a scalp brush, and it was like teeth. The thing had teeth. Like it looked like teeth. And I'm like, who's gonna put that? I don't want that anywhere near me. You get that crap away from me. Can you imagine being bald and putting that on your... Oh gosh, yeah, no. Welcome to sanity. Yeah, I used to be left wing politically, but just can't limit myself to that worldview anymore. Something has just snapped with me this year. You're probably awakening, Michael. You're probably starting to awaken, my dear. So keep your mind open. Go subscribe to my Arabian Oracle channel, Michael K. Watch some of my videos. It might help awaken you more and help you level up more. Once you begin to awaken and you come out of the bubble that we were in, it doesn't matter right wing or left wing. It really doesn't matter what bubble, but we were all sheltered in our own bubbles. You start to develop more of a world view, and understand that it's not everything is not the news, and what the politicians say. And I do strongly recommend people to go watch my videos. I did one recently for bringing in the reality for next year, for 2023, for a lot of us. You have to understand, when I escaped Saudi Arabia, I spent years envisioning my life in Canada. I literally envisioned it, wrote it down, played it out. I'm a believer, and everything that I wrote down, I manifested in my life. And I talk about manifestation in my own Patreon as well. But I'm a believer that you create your reality vibrationally first, and then you seed it. You seed it into your own reality, which is why it is very, very important right now to keep an open mind, stay away from the negativity. I'm not saying be blind. You can know. You don't have to go read the details. I don't need to go learn that Salman Rushdie lost an eyeball. It's enough for me to know that he was attacked. I don't need the gore, right? Don't get lost in the negativity. Don't get lost in the details. Focus on your own self. Focus on your life. 2023 is bringing in big, big, big change to humans on a. Michael K, you are. That's right. Sorry, Han. But bring in your own reality. This is the opportunity that we are being given right now. The people that are lost in this world and filled with hatred and negativity, and the anti-vaxxer and the anti-masker and the Islamophobe, the reality that's going to hit them as of next year is that their world is going to begin to crumble around them. I'm not predicting the future. I'm just telling you that what you truly focus on, if you're filled with hatred, the energy of hate begins to spill into your own reality. And that is a very, very destructive energy. So don't expect much good to manifest in your life if you are trying to manifest anything. And the efforting, the resistance. There was a lady in here the other day who I did an oracle reading, tarot reading for, and she was going through a divorce. And a lot of us as human beings, we would begin to fret, to get upset, to fight the situation, to try to hold on to the person, hold on to things that are literally sort of being stripped away from us right now. And that is absolutely the wrong thing to do, because you need to make space for the new that is headed your way. Give it a little bit of a fight if you wish, but not too much. If it's meant to be, I fought something for 3 years. For the past 3 years, I resisted something, and I finally gave it up. I gave it up. And the amount of freedom that I feel right now, I cannot even begin to tell you. The fact that I wake up free of the guilt, free of the worry, free of the fight, the need to carry on this fight and hold on to someone who ultimately doesn't care about me, is amazing. Once you begin to show the universe that you know your worth, and that you're ready for change, and that you are deserving of a beautiful reality, the universe responds. Yeah. But you gotta get rid of that energy first. Yeah. Alright, sorry, I kinda lost you guys there. Will be different in 21st century medicine. Will be so everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. All the structures, it's just we haven't reached a point yet where the structures that are crumbling in front of us are crumbling to a point that we can all see it. The crumbling is happening in little bits and pieces, and not everyone is paying attention. A lot of people are stuck in these structures and need these structures to remain. So these people are not seeing the crumbling. But these structures are coming down. Don't worry. And that includes medicine. Medicine has completely neglected the spiritual aspect of us, of human beings. And that's why I created my oh gosh, here we go with the some comments are being hidden. Well, the future is, it's interesting when you say that the future is going to be dark for many and bright for many. I do follow a few people who channel and have insight I don't have that much insight into the future because timelines are constantly shifting. But we are polarized, like we've broken off since COVID. It's marked sort of the people that are beginning to do the internal work on themselves, to focus on the good, and who are going to bridge us into the future, and those who are back here still stuck in negativity, still stuck in anger and fear, attached to the old structures and the old systems, and they will continue to drift. So yeah, the good, as they say, is going to get better, but the bad is also going to get worse. So the divide is going to get a lot bigger. But as this divide gets bigger, more people hopefully will awaken and choose to shift their reality. What? What dope doesn't care about the spiritual? Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people, like, if you go to my channel, you'll see the occasional, derogatory comment trying to bring people down who engage in any kind of spirituality. My YouTube, the guy that used to manage One Godless Woman for me, would constantly put me down with regards to my spirituality, to the point that I became ashamed of it. He would shame, like, I just developed this situation where I would shame myself over my spirituality, until I decided I'm not having this anymore. I'm just not having this anymore. Just because you refuse to acknowledge that we have a spiritual aspect to us, I don't care. Doesn't mean that I have to deny it, which led me to the creation of my spiritual channel. And I truly hope that channel continues to grow. Now, I recently put out a video that I would urge everyone on here to please go watch. It doesn't matter if you understand it or not, or if you laugh at it or not, just watch it. Watch it. Put some headphones on and watch it and laugh. That's fine. But I'm going to do more of that video in my Patreon to the people who are subscribed there. Michael and who else is subscribed in there? Elizabeth, Brielle. There's a few people, KFH, are in there. To really seed in the reality that we dream of for 2023, to really bring that in and ground it. We just really have to focus and hone our energy in the right way. The biggest tip, what? You're so lucky that you're not practicing your profession. That transition into spirituality based about to start. I believe everything that happened to me. There are some people that are trying to help me right now with the lawsuit that I'm involved in, and I frequently get asked, even by my previous YouTube manager, why don't you go back to medicine? Go back to medicine. Go back to medicine. Go back to medicine. To the point that I've become sick of this question. People even ask me, "Are you even a doctor?" I'm like, you want me to go pull out my medical degree and show you that I'm a doctor? I believe I left medicine between 2007 and 2008 after I was sexually assaulted by a Saudi guy who the entire hospital system sided with against me. So I believe that happened for a reason. I could not survive medicine right now. What has occurred in medicine, where they force you to cover your face inside the hospital, that I would be suicidal. I would have killed myself. And how medicine has become politicized, and the fear and the pseudoscience and the dogma that is in medicine. I was at my family doctor's the other day. I was really sick. Nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. And she was wearing a mask, and I have a medical exemption, so when I go in, I just put the mask on my chin, just to keep them happy, but I take it off. Like, I don't put it on my face. And she was examining my tonsils, and you should have seen this situation. She was as far away from me. She had a mask on and a face shield on top of the mask. She was about, 6 feet away from me, and she was poking the tongue depressor inside my throat this far away, and I coughed. And she got angry at me. She's like, I hope you don't have COVID. I said to her, no, I don't have COVID. She's like, but you coughed on my face. She's wearing a mask and a face shield. And this is how brainwashed the medical profession has become. So I didn't say anything to her, but what do you say? What do you say to someone like that? Why are you practicing medicine? Considering we are exposed to, in my training, I was exposed, all hepatitis, I was exposed to leishmaniasis, I was exposed to amoebiasis, I was exposed to tuberculosis, I was exposed to AIDS, I was exposed to everything. We were doing surgery on a guy, and the needle poked through my gloves, and I can't remember, he had Hep C, and I'm like, great, great, here we go, but you don't get angry at the patient. But medicine has lost its way. But you're right, medicine is going to begin to acknowledge the spiritual aspect and heal. Which is why, again, if you're not following my other channel, please do, because I do engage in a lot of activation as well as healing. My Patreon is filled with healing. Filled. The nurse sounds like a true dolt. It was a doctor, Han. It wasn't a nurse. Oh, I don't know. I stopped counting. I stopped counting. I don't know how many dead doctors are in Canada now. But I do believe. What? Narrow-minded car mechanics they are. Yeah, listen, when I was training here in Canada to become a specialist, you would love it where I live in Trump land. I believe you, Brielle. I do believe you, my dear. And you're so lucky. You're so lucky. You should be grateful. You should be so grateful. I'm very happy for you that you're there. Maybe one day I'll see you. Maybe one day. Yeah, when I was training here to become a specialist in anesthesia, I would have to cover at night. I would cover the intensive care unit. I would cover the not emerge, but the intubation aspect of anyone who comes. Well, emerge basically. So ICU, emerge, and the medical as well as the surgical and orthopedic floors. Sometimes even pediatrics. So all of that would be covered by me, just me. One person at night at the hospital. And when I was doing that, there was a girl who was doing family medicine. She was specializing in family medicine. Family medicine is only 2 years. It's nothing amazing. In my part of the world, they call them referrologists. They go to med school so that they can become referrologists. They refer people to the specialists. But she would page me. I would already be carrying 2 pagers, one for trauma in emerge and one for intensive care units. And she would give me her page. She would page me crying. She's very stressed. She can't handle the intensive care unit on her own. And I was her senior. It's like she wasn't alone. I was there. So she would give me her pager. So I would carry 3 pagers. And she would go sleep all night. And in the end, I couldn't finish. I wasn't allowed to finish medicine. And she probably graduated. And who knows? She's probably treating people now with a face mask and face shield. Yeah. But the good folk, we don't get to stay. We don't get to stay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, honey. All right, Maho. All right, my lovelies. All right. I don't want to get it. I try to keep it within an hour's time frame. So yes, I'm very grateful to everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for anyone new in here, and thank you for the returning peeps. Please give it a thumbs up. Please give it, share it if you can. Share my fundraiser, and I guess I will see you guys again soon. I'm very, very happy that I have this base here. I love you all. Bye.